rise the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
Alex told you the government announced recently that the recession is over. It ended on June of 2009. The millions of Americans unable to find work might not agree. Perhaps the recession ended for the bankers and government employees, but for the rest of us, things seem to be getting worse. Gold and silver haven't heard the news either. They've begun their long-expected journey to the moon. In addition to converting your shrinking dollars into gold and silver, you should consider a food savings account from eFoods Direct. They both make fabulous investments. Food is our greatest dependency, and we know it will be more precious than any financial resource. You and your family need food to survive a crisis, and you can't eat paper, stocks, or metals. Alex has been urging you to invest in delicious, easy-fix meals to enjoy now or save for long-term. This will freeze the cost of your food while you can still afford it. Visit eFoodsDirect.com on the internet or call 800-409-5633. That's eFoodsDirect.com or 800-409-5633.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
Can run on.
Okay, we gave out the number for people to call from the Middle East, and we see the phone numbers coming in on our computer system. The Genesis system doesn't have that capability. Ours does, and we don't see any from the Middle East. We see some from other countries, but specifically, I mean, I guess if you have family in the Middle East and they've been telling you what's happening, that's okay as well. But I know we've got listeners in the Middle East. Much of those places, though, still have shut down their internet, especially Libya. But the number's 512-646-1776. I know folks are living on $2 a day on average there as well. But if somebody does call in from the Middle East, we'll try to go to you very, very quickly. 512-646-1776. If you can get through on 877-789-ALEX or 877-789-2539, you're welcome to. But specifically on those numbers I just gave, if you're in the Middle East with comments or any intel for us, I've got, of course, loaded phones on Genesis just with questions for Lindsay Williams. Not only is our radio broadcast and this outreach with information funded by you, these videos will wake folks up. And if you watch Obama Deception in part 2 of it, Fall of the Republic, it's basically Obama Deception 2, it shows how the globalists are positioning us for collapse into the world government in their own statements, and it dovetails with everything Lindsay Williams is covering. Check them out on the online video bookstore shopping cart at Infowars.com or call toll-free if you want to call one of the great folks here in our office and order that way, 888-253-3139. 888-253-3139. Also, you can see all my films, expanded extras, archives of the radio show in higher quality, the video archive, expanded extras, prisonplanet.tv. It's 15 cents a day, and that funds our huge bandwidth costs, you being members. We also have the new You Are the Resistance, V for Victory, Infowars.com. I think that these are the most handsome bumper stickers we've ever put out. These are basically available at cost at Infowars.com. Let's get these out to people. And that's what I wanted to talk to Lindsay about, was solutions. And because if we're aware of this program, if we're aware of what the globalists are doing, then people politically can stop it and understand the grand design by having the blueprint. And normally when Lindsay gets new information, he puts it out on a CD. It's quicker than a book. His book's out of print or a DVD, but that takes a few weeks to produce. And normally when he's ready, he calls me because now he's ready to get the information out. But I happened to call him right when he'd gotten this information. But he's going into production next week on this. And it's going to break down all these new developments. And I'm told the name is going to be the new DVD video, The Middle East, the rest of the story, that's going to be in production over the weekend. He's going to rush out with the great folks at the Prophecy Club, prophecyclub.com, and get that out. And I asked Lindsay this morning, because obviously folks will want to have this, to show it to people, to share it. There'll also be the archive video of this interview, and it'll be on YouTube and everywhere else. But if you want just Lindsay breaking it all down in even more detail, I mean, is it okay now to tell folks that they could call and pre-order it if they wanted to, Lindsay? Or the Prophecy Club's a big outfit?
They can pre-order right now if they wish. You can either call our toll-free number, or you can go to the website and pre-order. And in the order that the orders are received, we will ship out the moment that the editing has been done on the DVD and the DVD and the VCR. We're going to have both available to you as a unit.
Okay, so that's Prophecy Club. That's prophecyclub.com. And do you happen to have the number in front of you?
888 toll-free, 888-799-6111. And you'll hear an American operator.
And we will give that out again before you leave us. We're going to be going into some overdrive today, into the fourth hour. We're again honored to have Lindsay Williams here with us. I want to get to calls and not shortchange them. But Lindsay, finishing up with the time frame, you said they're going to rise China up. Then they're going to start the exploration here in the next few years. Then you're going to see a big decline in the U.S. As they suck everything out of the economy. Everything is based on petrol, based on oil, and this is going to be a vertical integration, a consolidation of wealth. But then your source said that later they're going to build the U.S. back up. What's the time frame on that?
Did not give a time frame on that. It'll all depend on how they're able to open up what they want to open up, the advancement of China. Keep in mind that if it's written on a piece of paper, it's worth the paper it's written on. And this is the way that they will double-cross the Arabs. Remember also that George Bush Sr., Daddy Bush, was the ambassador to China. Prior to that time, please go back and look this up and get some information on it. Research it for yourself. I don't have time to give it today, even though we'll do a whole section on this. George Bush Sr., Daddy Bush, the great Mr. New World Order, was the ambassador to China from the United States of America years ago. Prior to his being ambassador, China was a closed society. The Great Wall of China divided them from everybody, and China did not do business with the outside world. George Bush Sr., Daddy Bush, opened up China to the world and made it the great power that it is today, and he was the first one to announce that there would be a new world order.
And the globalists have done everything they can to position the industry, the power, to have China be the owner of our debt, teamed up with the private Federal Reserve, the second biggest owner. And now, we covered it earlier, if you guys can find that AFP or AP headline, China secretly using influence on the SEC, on the Treasury Department, on the federal government to let them buy up U.S. companies, to let them create oligopolies.